We have to tell those stories, and the liberal media needs to pay attention to it because there are victims all the way coming to the border, there are victims at the border, and then there are victims all throughout our country. And to me, it is disgusting to try to silence the voice of telling the story of what it is like to be sex trafficked when we know that is one of the things that the drug cartels are profiting most off of.
But Senator Katie Britt is drawing polarized responses to her State of the Union rebuttal. The Alabama senator brushed off criticism of the human trafficking story she shared during her response to President Joe Biden's State of the Union address.
But to be clear, the story that you relayed is not something that's happened under the Biden administration, that particular person.
Well, I very clearly said I spoke to a woman who told me about when she was trafficked when she was 12. So I didn't say a teenager. I didn't say a young woman, a grown woman, a woman when she was trafficked when she was 12. And so listening to her story, she is a victim's right advocate who is telling this is what drug cartels are doing. This is how they're profiting off of women. And it is disgusting.
In her State of the Union rebuttal, Britt relayed the time she met a sex trafficking victim during her segment discussing Biden's border policies. However, reports circulated the story she was conveying did not take place during Biden's term shortly after, prompting accusations that Britt's use of the story was misleading. When asked about the accusations in a Fox News interview, the Alabama Republican said her intention was to convey what the consequences of Biden's immigration policy could be.
I very specifically said this is what President Biden did during his first 100 days. Minutes after coming into office, he stopped all deportations, he halted construction of the border wall, and he said, I am going to give amnesty to millions.
While Britt is brushing off criticism, some pundits, such as Megyn Kelly, are deriding it as melodramatic.
I don't know what the F I saw. I agree with the people saying she looked like she was auditioning for a show on Lifetime.